Hello, everyone. This is Zach Runyon on the bridge, and with us today we have no Pauls. We're just going to get right into the music tonight. Up first is Just Have to Live. Enjoy. All right, we're going to keep this going. Up next is Louise.
Reaching eyes invisible as I'm walking down the street, but I'm headed straight down to the dirty side of town. And here we go again, in this place nobody ever went, where despair is criminal and it's written on your face. Come on, grab a miracle and we'll get out of this
All right, now for our third and final live acoustic track by No Pause, One Thing.
Sitting at the top of the world, wonder what the day will bring. Rain on the earth and sea, stars singing in the breeze. Down below the bullets ring, interrupting everything. Go about your busy day, chasing all your thoughts away. But I do know one thing, that is that we don't know nothing. No, I'll never be free till this world's made for me. I sit and wonder what life's about, while my time it runs out. Unemployment plagues my street, people at the guillotine, pollution messing up my hair, better products everywhere, and I don't know what I would do if the sun never shined on you. Bears in a hurricane, life's just a game, but I do know one thing, that is that we don't know nothing. No, I'll never be free till this world's made for me. I'll sit and wonder what life's about, while my time it runs out. But I do know one thing, that is that we don't know nothing. No, I'll never be free till this world's made for me. No, I'll never be free till this world's made for me. No, I'll never be free till this world's made for me. I'll sit and wonder what life's about, while my time it runs out.
we're here today. No pause. You guys just played a pretty awesome set. I'm doing the show, a little bit different than usual. Usually I have you guys just kind of talk, introduce yourself, and play music. But today I had you guys play music, and then now we're having our interview. So honestly, what do you guys just want to talk about? I mean, I don't want to get all philosophical on you guys. I mean, unless you want to, because I do that kind of often. But to me, it almost gets tiring, and I feel like sometimes the musicians don't want to hear that, because most of the time it's just about having fun and just something that you love. So, I mean, whatever you guys want to talk about, by all means, somebody jump in.
What kind of music you listen to?
Me?
Yeah.
Personally, like everything.
Everything. Yeah.
But there's certain things I don't listen to as much as others, like country.
Right.
I don't listen to that much of country. It has to have some sweet acoustics in there for me to listen to it.
Cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, I listen to heavy rock, hard rock, alternative, classic, any form of rock you can think of. I mean,
Yeah, that's how us as a band,
Pretty much us,
we're
yeah.
all over the place as well. Me and Marshall listen to a little bit more harder stuff, where these guys, they listen to a wide variety of stuff, but not really the heavy stuff. So it's kind of weird that we're even playing music together.
yeah, it just kind of fits somehow.
Yeah.
Well, what do you guys like, particularly? Just speaking of like bands you guys listen to, like your influences. What would you guys say is like influenced the way you played? Maybe each of you individually, if that.
For me, it's Tool, Alice in Chains, stuff like that. Zeppelin, Floyd, all the classic rock. And,
Yeah.
and some of the pretty much all the '90s stuff.
If I had to put, I guess I would say definitely influence on me would be Radiohead, Tool, Elliott Smith, Led Zeppelin. That's probably my top influences, I would say.
Yeah, I would say it's pretty close to his. I mean, there are a lot of the 90s alternative stuff, Radiohead, Pearl Jam, Smashing Pumpkins. Not necessarily, we don't, of course I can't sing like Eddie Vedder, but, he's influenced my vocals for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That pretty much covers like the early 90s stuff especially, but the old singer-songwriter stuff, Bob Dylan,
Yes.
those guys.
You got a little bit of a Dead influence as well.
Yeah, Grateful Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Allman Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's we cover a wide variety, that's for sure.
Okay, now I have to ask this because of all the bands you guys named, I mean, I've listened to most of those bands like all my life. There's a couple of them that I know of that I just haven't really dabbled in their music any. Like Tool, I think that was actually the only one that I haven't actually listened to any of their music before.
Oh man,
But
Missing out.
you should treat yourself.
I will. I will go look up some. But a name that I've heard in a couple of my past interviews, like I had a guy in here, and he was a singer-songwriter, solo guitars, played acoustic and harmonica, and he said one of his influences was Elliott Smith, and you guys both said that.
Yeah.
I actually have never heard of that guy. So who in the world?
Well, I would guess the movie Good Will Hunting. He had several songs on the soundtrack for that, but I guess that's where he got his name, even though he put out all kinds of music before that even came about. But he very dark, very Beatle-ish,
yeah.
very it's a lot of he uses a lot of like piano chords on guitar, but it's just really good singer-songwriter compositions. He is, and I usually don't gravitate towards that kind of stuff, but he really caught my attention, and I've been on board ever since.
Yeah, unfortunately, he killed himself, so
Oh, wow.
he's not making music now. But
He's but he's got, there's several. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, good 4 or 5 albums, and plus like stuff that they have put out since he passed away as well. So it's-
Definitely YouTubeable.
Yeah.
YouTubeable.
Yeah.
I'll definitely look him up as well, because I myself, I play guitar, not as good as you gentlemen, but I've played for a couple of years now. I know we're not really being on topic about No Pause, but I just like talking music.
Oh,
with
me
fellow
too, man. Yeah,
music lovers. and
That's
everything.
why we're playing music in the first place.
Exactly.
Favorite subject.
Yeah. That singer though, he actually I hadn't listened to Smashing Pumpkins for a long time, but he actually got me back into him because he has a real like Billy Corgan. Like his voice was kind of similar. Like what I told him was if singers, if they could have an accent while singing, that they both had that same accent is what it was that made them kind of sound similar. But you know, as far as like influence go with the songs that you guys play, who like writes the songs? Is it a collaboration of all you guys, or what?
Yeah, it's a collaboration. I mean, you know, there'll be some songs where Evan will bring a riff in and have some ideas, but it's as a band we've found we've all been in other bands that, you know, obviously didn't, you know, stand the test of time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you know, with the experience, we've kind of learned that you have to, if you bring something to the table, you have to be ready for it to change. So you know, Jeremy, he writes songs. You know, he does the singer-songwriter stuff. He'll sit by himself with an acoustic and write a song.
Yeah.
And when he brings it to the group, you know, it has to change some.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, exactly.
And so
Break it down, dissect it.
right, and it grows into something else. But it's still very much, you know, if you heard it, you would think that you would know it's the song that Jeremy wrote. But you know,
That's
you have
kind of
to.
that's actually hard to do too when you've got
I can imagine.
certain vision and that you think, but you got to be open-minded and willing to compromise. You know, because you know we've all got opinions on how we like music to sound, but we also you know we want to agree. We want everybody to be happy, and we do a good job of it. I don't think we've ever had a heated argument, and if we have, it was been for the, you know, very productive as far as what we've been trying to accomplish. So it's
No major breakdowns.
nah, and you know we're all friends, so we get along real well, and
Known each other for years.
yeah.
And it helps that it always sounds better when it's brought to the band.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, personally, I know that playing playing a song transcribed like acoustically alone, it sounds awesome. I love that. Like acoustic sound is my favorite, but playing with other musicians is just such a thrill to me, at least. So I mean, I really can't imagine what it would be like playing a band. I'd love to play in a band. It'd be great. But
You should do it.
yeah, I mean, I have lots of friends that they're not necessarily local. Of course, this show's introduced me to a lot of local bands. Like, do you guys know Coyotes and Boxes?
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah, I've had them on here. I've had a band called Party or Die.
Yeah, we played shows with them.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. And then you guys said that you're friends with Tin Carp Lie.
Yeah, we played several shows with those guys.
Yeah. And let's see, who else have I had? I mentioned that Adam Benz guy was one of the singer-songwriters I had
Done a few
earlier.
shows with him too.
Yeah. And then one of the guys from Coyotes and Boxes, he has his solo project. He's the one that sounds like Billy Corgan in a way. His band's called Wilbur by the Sea.
Yeah.
So, you know, I've ran into like a lot of different bands, and I think it's really awesome. But as we were saying, like, with like how you bring something to the table, you try to agree on it and everything. You guys have been friends for a while. How long has No Pause been together?
Actually, we were just talking about this last night.
I'm saying 6 years.
It's
6 years?
It's been 5 or 6.
Five to six. Of course, like I said, it goes back even farther as far as just messing around.
Yeah, we've all like jammed together in different arrangements and different forms over the years. Me and Mark was in a band briefly, and me and Evan was in a band for a long time together.
Yeah, me and
Pause.
Jeremy did an acoustic thing for a few years a
these
long
guys
time ago.
were
and-
actually the first,
Sauerkraut soup.
first people I ever even played any kind of music with was
that acoustic
soup.
setup. Yeah. So.
All right, everyone. Sorry for the interruption, but we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to play Boom by No Pause, one of their older tracks, so enjoy. And then right after that, we'll get back to the interview.
Something's creeping in my head. I don't know what I'm thinking. Every time I try to aren't always what you've seen, and everything I thought would be is nowhere around me. Oh, yeah. Now it's so good. Doing what I
Hope you guys enjoyed that track called Boom by No Pause. Now back to the interview with No Pause. This whole how you said that you guys just sometimes you just turn on the recorder and you start playing. What about the lyrics? Like, does that come in later, or do you hit them on the spot? I mean,
No, yeah, that's definitely.
how's that all happen? Who's the main lyricist?
Mark's
between you guys?
Mark's the main lyricist.
Yeah, I mean, in songs like that, if Jeremy writes a song and because he'll write a song and he'll write it in its entirety. He'll write the lyrics and the music, and then he'll bring it. And it even gets to the point where I might tweak some of the lyrics, or just a little bit, or I might just go with them like they are. But yeah, if we do a jam and we record it, and then I'll end up writing the lyrics to it. I mean, yeah. So it's after
It's
the
not
fact
like
kind of
an
thing.
assigned thing. It's just usually, he comes up with good lyrics. Pretty much what it comes down to. He's,
I mean, anybody could bring lyrics to the table. It just
Right.
he just happens to maybe come up with something more better.
Right.
More better. I'm speaking proper English.
Well, I'm an English major too. Actually, I
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I
Quite the
majored in English.
wordsmith.
Yeah, so I studied poetry and all that stuff. I mean, which
Yeah, I was already
helps.
saying maybe you're just more poetic than
Right.
everybody else.
It helps, but I mean, yeah, but sometimes it's it's still not easy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm an English major. I can't speak well at all. I should say I can't speak good, because that would just be, backing me up. But spelling and all that stuff, I don't even care. I've tried to write some things. Shakespearean sonnet. Any of you know
geez.
how that works? I kind of
Had a
wrote one
whole
once.
whole course on Shakespeare when I
Yeah, it was-
my major.
It was interesting. I mean, I enjoyed it. But the whole writing process, no, definitely not for me. If I ever join a band, it won't be my job.
Well, the good thing about lyrics, they don't have to be complete sentences either.
Yeah,
Exactly. Then you got some songs out there that don't even make sense.
Right.
just
I mean,
mumbling. Yeah,
I listen to a lot of Radiohead, and there's some Radiohead stuff. Half the time, you can't tell what he's saying.
Right.
And
then you look up the lyrics and you're like,
Yeah, it's like,
What?
what
does this
the
even mean?
heck? Yeah.
He just-
What was it? John Mayer covered one of Radiohead songs. I think it was Kid A.
Yeah.
And I had no idea what the lyrics were until I heard John Mayer sing.
Well, because the original
Yeah, it's
recording
all
is just like
distorted.
I couldn't understand it.
muddled.
Exactly.
But I heard actually in Kid A on the album, there were some songs where they would just write a phrase and just throw them in the pile and pick phrases.
Yeah,
And we'll just do these phrases back to back. And,
Exactly, yeah. My friend that introduced me to the band, he said the same thing, that
Yeah.
they did that for that album.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy, actually.
Yeah.
You guys go do that? Make like a bowl and just throw some
man.
phrases
That would
in
be
there?
good.
I wouldn't put it past us.
That might be like a fun, just like band exercise to do, just see what comes out.
Well,
with it.
you never know what's going to spark an idea or spark a whole song. So we'll take inspiration from wherever we can get it.
And our late night practices, things get delirious
Yeah.
frequently,
They-
so I can imagine what
We're
some of
about
those phrases would be.
Half silly.
A few beers.
Half silly. At
Yeah.
the end of the
After
evening.
working all week, tired and
I mean,
jamming out and getting half drunk, and then
you don't know whether somebody's
And
just
then
going
it's
to get
gonna-
depressed or maybe yell at somebody. You never know.
Oh, man,
It
it's,
happened.
it's usually real lighthearted
It's
joking
usually
around.
Yeah.
giddy.
Giddy,
giddiness.
yeah.
Exactly. Good
Silly-
slap happy stuff.
silliness, yeah, slap happy.
That's
for sure.
always fun, you know. That's the best situation to write music in, because honestly, probably the environment that you're writing the music in probably reflects on, you know, the actual song. So if you guys are all happy and having a good time writing a song, I'm sure it's going to be, you know,
Oh,
good
yeah.
song, happy feelings, all that good stuff.
It's definitely
a
the
lot of
place where
homies.
we do most of our creating is actually a garage out back of Jeremy's house, and it's quite the man cave.
Yes.
Most women that come in there turn around and walk back out.
Yeah.
It's a woman repellent.
Oh, yeah.
It's you know, it's one of those things. It's smelly and dirty and
Awesome.
just right.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Smells
engaged.
like an old bar,
Uh,
beer and cigarettes.
Yeah, a nice manly, you know,
Yeah.
jam going on. I'm engaged. I proposed to my fiance like a couple months ago, and
Congrats.
Congratulations.
but we're having a long engagement. I'm 20 years old, so we're waiting until the two of us graduate. She's 19. We both got 3 more years of college, so we're waiting
Oh,
until
yeah.
then. But you know, we'll look around at like furniture and stuff online, send each other pics, and be like, hey, look at this, check this out. And I'll send her like 90% of the things I send her, she'll say that can go in your man cave, and I'm just like, you don't want to put this in the living room? And she's
Right.
like, no, and I'm like, okay, fine. You know,
Well, at least she's
whatever.
agreeing that you can have one.
Yeah, she is settled on the fact that I am getting a man cave no matter what. So
Awesome.
I mean, I can respect that, I
Yeah,
guess.
I'd
She,
take
Take
that
it
run.
and run.
Yeah.
Right.
oh gosh,
Take it and run.
Yeah.
crazy.
Choose your battles.
Exactly. So just speaking of like, I mean, she's my fiance, technically almost family. For you guys, do they like, you know, good support system? Do they ever come out and like yell and scream and freak out for you guys, or
Oh,
is it
yeah.
just kind of
Yeah.
like whatever?
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's 10% of our crowd, probably.
Yeah, and I've noticed that when they're not there, sometimes we don't play as well.
Mm-hmm.
So whether we know it or like to admit it, I think they definitely help us out.
Yeah, like morale boosters, just having your family there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Mostly the wives. I think Marshall's parents come to our shows pretty frequently, but
Yeah.
most of our parents are not really into
They're
the
just
kind
like,
of music we
"Oh,
play.
whatever."
Yeah. They'll like 1 or 2 songs, but they can't stand the
Electric guitar.
Yeah,
or
the
anything
volume.
Might not
Yeah.
even know I play music.
like that. Like they just don't even know.
Yeah.
They have no idea. Well, you know, maybe you can, you know, tell them, you know, I'll give you guys these acoustic tracks, you know, for you guys to use for whatever. So maybe you can play them for them and be like, here, this is something softer for
there
you
you go.
guys.
Yeah.
You know, something you maybe could fall asleep to, which
Right.
would be a shame because then you wouldn't be listening to it. But still, it's, you know, it's that got that such of a melody. It's just that pleasant. Which I think all the songs you guys played today, I thought they were all really just definitely easy on the ears. Like I mean, I was so comfortable just sitting over there in that chair, you know, to listen along.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, and you know, like I said, we on our CDs and stuff, we do have some heavier numbers. Those were some more strong melody ones that we have, and you know, some of the catchier ones. But we like to play some hard stuff too on occasion, and you know, if anybody wants to check out our stuff, I mean, like I said, we're on Facebook. We got all of our tracks on there. We got 2 CDs with 8 tracks a piece on them, and you know, we're on Amazon, iTunes, and you know, check it out. Like I said, I don't really care if you want to buy it or not, but if you want to listen to it, we'll let you listen to it. You know.
Yeah.
Was it No Pause Band on Facebook?
Yeah. Well, actually, I think it's Facebook / No Pause.
And then as I repeat this a lot too, because you know, I've done several shows, so some of the things I do on my shows become a little bit repetitive. Like at the end, I'll always be like, "Hey, you can check them on Facebook, this address, Twitter, this address, and so forth." I eventually just started saying, "Guys, go to Google, put in their name, and you can find them, or
Oh,
go
yeah.
to the social media site, put in the name,
Definitely.
and you'll find them."
Yeah.
You know, that's the beauty of the search toolbar.
All right.
But you know, it's always nice to specify every now and then, though. So.
Yeah.
But is there anything else you guys want to talk about today?
Thank you for this opportunity.
Oh, no
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
I appreciate you guys coming out.
Much
I also
appreciated.
appreciate you guys working with the whole rescheduling, you know, just to get here.
Oh,
So
yeah,
that was a hassle. I'm sorry about that.
No problem.
Well, you know,
It happens.
Yeah.
I'm a big
I
Marshall fan
guess.
too, so you know, I enjoy doing anything that's affiliated with the school. It's my wife's an alumni, and go hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nice
First,
to
first
colors.
name's Marshall. So.
Yeah, you got to support it. I mean,
Yeah.
Marshall University, they named it after you. Really, they did. Not the Supreme Justice.
Yeah,
I think that's what
he likes to
it's
say, "I am."
Yeah, yes. You can always yell that out. So, is that all? I mean, any personal vendettas? Anybody want to yell out there? Want to give a shout out to your family?
Better stop while I'm ahead.
Okay. Well, I thank everybody for tuning in and listening today. And anybody want to give a shout out while we're at it?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to my kids here, Justice, Bailey, and Bridget, and Jesse.
Anybody else?
And my wife, Pam.
Yeah. Anybody?
Thanks for having my back again.
Oh, no problem, man. I got your back. It's all good. I heard that they're like, hey, we got to pick more on Jeremy over here.
Yeah. He's not used to people having his back. So
I got to help out the band.
don't get used to it.
That's part of my role as being the host.
Right.
But I just want to give a shout out to anybody that's listening. Check out No Pause. I really enjoyed having you guys on here today. It was really fun.
Thanks.
I want to give a shout out to our sports director, Adam Rogers, or Spanky, for helping me get this set up and being in this larger room to accommodate you guys. And
We like the room, Spanky.
yes,
Thank you.
definitely. Way better in that small, cramped studio.
Yeah, it'd
Yeah.
have been tight in there.
Yeah. But let's see. I also want to give a shout out to my production director, AJ Meadows, for setting up an intro and outro and a donut for my show. And I just want to give a shout out to my fiance for supporting me. I'll see you all next week, Tuesday, 5:30. Thank you.